How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to a brand new challenge video. Today, I bring you the pain that is durability in Terraria. So as with our other challenges, we began by chopping down some trees. Only this time around, we encountered a slight problem. Oh god, I don't even know if we can get one tree down. Wait, no. So it's pretty bad, as you can see. I can't even break one tree. You see, one would expect the durability of our tools to be something generous, like Minecraft's 60 uses. But oh no, that would be way too easy. With this mod, all of our items will have a maximum of 10 uses, which means we are unable to even chop down a single tree at the start of the game. Since wood is the key to the vast majority of items and progression in general, we were now in a pretty scary situation. We have no way of crafting new weapons and tools, we didn't have durability to mine anything, and we have no way of building housing for NPCs. Luckily for us, though, bombs can be used to harvest trees. Now, our world gen wasn't the greatest, and neither was our RNG in regards to the pots, so collecting even a single bomb was proving to be quite difficult. But after 15 minutes of searching, we managed to find an ice chest with exactly what we needed. Ooh, bombs. Okay, no bombs. We got more torches though. Oh, that's big. Okay. With that roadblock out of the way, we can now get to work on some housing. Now, we actually want an NPC really badly, and it's probably one that you aren't expecting. Most people would be like, okay, demolitionist would probably be nice. You know, we just spent a while trying to get bombs, which is true. Demolitionist is going to be very important here. But I'm actually talking about the merchant. You'll see that he's got a copper axe and a copper pickaxe. I have no idea why he sells these. They're pretty much useless 99.9% of the time in this game. But we just so happen to be playing with a condition that makes these actually viable. So I'm really glad he does sell them. So with these tools, we can now acquire wood without making our whole world look like this. Anyways, let's talk about enemies. Because our weapons have barely any uses in this mod, I tried to come up with some different ways of killing enemies. You guys think of what I'm thinking? Because where's the pressure plate? Yeah, it's right there. Alright, I think he's stuck. Please survive. Please survive. Oh, can I not get out? This is bad. I'm about to drown. Oh wait, that's gonna break. I have to do it. Okay. Alright, we did it. Okay, now we get to kill it. And take our money back. We got some bats to worry about. We should be okay. Just gotta go quick. What? What do you mean? Guys, I don't know what to tell you, man. There's nothing I could do. Well, I could have sealed it up, but there was no point. That should not have happened. That should not be doable. Clearly, the game was trying to say something about using traps in this challenge, so we won't be doing so moving forward. Anyways, I think it's about time we talk about boss fights. How are we going to take them down if all of our weapons are unusable after 10 uses? Well, it was obvious that we needed something that was easy to obtain in large quantities. So weapons like the mini shotgun enchanted sword are definitely off the table for the time being. Instead, we tried out the boreal wood bow. Although it is a very low base damage of 6, it packs quite a punch when combined with frostburn arrows. But since each bow can only shoot 10 arrows, we are going to need a lot of them. And that means we'll be needing a lot of wood. Now that our inventory was full of bows, we were ready for our first boss fight. I guess we're just going. Hold on, I said I'd turn this off. Oh, you're a little speedy boy, aren't you? What am I gonna do about these servants, chat? Alright, first one down. Oh, I didn't get the keybind either. I forgot to... This is so bad. Okay, well, let's try a few of these for the, servants. We'll throw a few of those here and there. This is all a mistake. Actually, we've done good damage, though. I'm just very worried at the end. Like, at the very end, when it's just spamming around and we gotta survive, that's where things get bad. I also really... Oh, a buff. I forgot. Oh, invisibility. That's not what I don't need that. Oh, this is bad timing. I should have sorted everything before this happened. Okay. Oh, this is so bad. Yeah. Okay. All right, we got a new set. How did that work? How did that work? I have no idea, but I'll take it. Okay, we don't need the mini-map. Oh, wait. Okay. Servants, why are you still here? I'm supposed to be here. Oh, that was a terrible I didn't bring potions. I just straight up did not. Okay, that's fine. We don't need. Potions are for the weak. We don't need them. We don't need them, chat. This is gonna get hectic at the end, though, like I was saying. But I think if I just throw a bunch of sticky grenades at the end, then we should be okay. We're gonna refresh here. Oh, I did this wrong. Now it's gonna be so much more annoying to refresh everything. Okay. All right. Come on. Come on, grenades. A little bit of that going. Are we have the, yeah, we are. Okay. Just shoot, just shoot, just shoot, just shoot, just shoot. Oh, God. We did it. We did it, chat. We only had to use... Hold on, we'll do the final count in a second. That was so stupid, but great actually though. Shouldn't have bets. Oh, my bad, my bad, my bad. Yeah, about half the bows. We still had one line here and quite a few there. So yeah, about half of our available. Much better than I thought we would do, in all honesty. Now, I'm sure many of you will be wondering why I use grenades during the fight. Doesn't that defeat the purpose of the challenge since they're consumables? Well, no, actually. There's a new debuff that you may have noticed called throwing dizziness to prevent these weapons from being too broken. The 15-second debuff is applied every time a consumable weapon is thrown. And if you throw more than 8 more projectiles before this debuff resets, you will get something called throwing sickness, which completely prevents the player from using any more throwing weapons for a minute and a half. This way you can't just spam consumable items as an alternative to using weapons that have durability, because that would, you know, just completely circumvent the challenge. Now, I'll show a bit of the King Slime fight here, but as you can imagine, it was pretty easy with the same gear we used to take down the Eye. We've got 2 bows left. Will it be enough is the question. But what are we going to do with all these bows? Are they all useless now that their durability is gone? Not quite. Luckily for us, we can repair them by reforging items. Now, as you can imagine, the Tinker is going to be very, very useful during this run. So after reforging our weapons and adding a few demon bows to the arsenal, it was time to take on the Eater of Worlds. Now again, luckily for us, our weapons of choice for the early game are really good for the Eater when combined with Jester Arrows. Add in an archery potion and this fight becomes not too bad. That being said, a few of the upcoming fights will not be so easy. But before we get to those, I should clarify what exactly has durability in this mod. Almost anything that can deal damage will have a durability bar. Our Shield of Cthulhu, for example, has durability since its dash does damage, but our armor and other accessories do not. Armor will never have durability, even though some sets do have the capability of dealing damage. But as of now, we've decided to exclude everything else to prevent this mod from turning the playthrough into like a complete grind fest, because then we'd have to carry several duplicates of various accessories, many of which would be very tedious to get themselves and would require more weapons and tools to obtain. So then we gotta grind for more tools and everything. And the same thing goes to our armor. It just would be a huge mess. And then we have less inventory space to work with, so we'd have to be more picky with our weapons. So I feel like we made the right call here, because otherwise, yeah, it just gets way more grindy than it already is. So I don't think it'd be all that fun to watch or to play through. All right, but with that out of the way, let's talk about Queen Bee. It was clear that our arsenal was getting a little bit outdated for these next bosses, so we decided to brainstorm a few other options to add into the mix. The key thing here is that we're looking for high damage to use ratio. So we generally want to avoid things like the mini shark with high fire rate, low damage, because at that point the inventory slot isn't quite as useful as it could be. And eventually the yo-yo was recommended, so I decided to try it out. So yo-yos... yo-yos might be really good, depending on how it works. If it's on hit versus on use. Yeah, yo-yos could be good. Wow, okay. I'm glad you actually told me about that. It's based on when you throw it out, not when you hit things. So yeah, we could go for the Amazon. Clearly, yo-yos are going to be quite strong in the challenge, especially against the enemies that we can get close to. And with that, we just headed straight for the jungle to get some materials for the Amazon. It took us about an hour, but after a long grind, we had enough yo-yos to take on the queen bee. The plan here was to use a few of the leftover boreal wood and demon bows to chip away at the boss's health at the start of the fight, and then switch over to our yo-yos as his defense increased. Now, I wasn't sure exactly how much damage each yo-yo would do before they ran out of durability, so I played as safe as possible and filled up our whole inventory with the bows that we had left over, and then only switched to the yo-yos again once everything else had been used up. And the plan was initially going quite well, but near the end, things got a little bit scary. All right, it's down to like 400 health, but... Oh, it's ramping up. Okay. I don't want the NPCs to get the final blow, but it might happen. Every time I go over there. Okay, we should have this, maybe? No, no way. Not like this. Okay, I gotta kill it now. It needs to die, like, right now. Come on, it's staying too far away. I can't hit it. Switch into it. I think that's the correct play because it's range. Oh my god. Okay. I did it. Somehow. I think that was the last shot on the boomstick too. Or something like. Oh my god. It was too far. I couldn't yo-yo it, but we did it. Let's go. That was crazy close. I sort of thought we were gonna run out of durability for the loss, but we just straight almost died. Damn. Okay, let's go. As you just saw, yo-yos aren't always the best thing to be using for bosses, even though the durability is really nice on them. And that's, yeah, just because some of these bosses will just hover right outside your range, or they're just moving way too fast to get hits in on them. So yeah, shout out to the boomstick we put in the trash slot, just in case we needed it, because yeah, that definitely came in clutch. Before we get to the next boss fight though, we should talk about summons. Now, one would expect summons to be quite busted in this mod, and they would be if they hadn't been accounted for. Luckily, they've been changed though, so here's how they work. Just like all the other tools and items affected by this mod, every time you use the summon staff, it's going to lose durability. The catch though, is that the summons now have a timer attached to them, so they must be resummoned after 40 seconds. So this is still pretty good, but definitely not broken, especially when you consider the fact that we're still in 1.3 at the moment. You know, summons kind of not the greatest in 1.3. Now, I'll probably start adding them into the mix eventually, but not until we reach the later parts of the game where, you know, 1.3 summons become a little more viable. But yeah, I just thought I'd let you guys know because we aren't going to be using them in pre-RI mode. And yeah, a lot of people would be like, wait, why not use summons? So yeah, there you go. After obtaining some more Amazons, we went straight into the next fight, which initially I was feeling pretty uneasy about. I knew our weapons would be strong enough to take down Skeletron, but going in with only a handful of dashes available from our Shield of Cthulhu was a little scary for me. But it turns out that I shouldn't have been worried at all, because besides one close call at the start of the fight when I was just getting used to things, everything went very smoothly. And okay, way easier than I thought. I mean, we got a lot more yo-yos than we needed. We still had several left, but better to over prepare than to under prepare, because yeah. And we had this chest over here just in case we needed more weapons, but there was no way we were getting through all of that without dying anything. So exactly, better safe than sorry. So good job, believers. And so with Skeletron out of the way, there was just one boss left before we could enter hard mode. However, from the start of the challenge, I knew that this one in particular was going to be very difficult. So we got to work obtaining all of the tried and true weapons that we could get our hands on. This included water bolts, space guns, star cannons, grenades, and all of the shadow chest drops that we could find. All that was left to do after that was fill any extra slots with a few yo-yos and demon bows, and we were ready for our first attempt. Let's just start it before things get too out of hand with enemy. I dashed already. Oh my god. All right, so we're gonna start with arrows because I think that makes sense, even though I'm not hitting anything, just to try and get rid of some of the hungry. Why do we got so many spawns? Okay, we'll buff. All right, now where do I need to... This looks like a decent spot to use some of these. And I'm gonna use a few more. Hopefully they don't all run out by the time it gets here. Okay, let's see how that does. All right, that's not a lot. that was not a lot. I mean, it's a decent chunk, but like, that was a lot worse than I thought it was going to be. Now, while we're just getting started here, I want to talk about why this fight is so scary. So not only does it have a huge health stat, but it also has several adds that will block attacks from the boss. So we're forced to use piercing weapons. Now, most piercing weapons that I could think of didn't have the most damage. You know, you'd have the odd bow here and there, but Molten wasn't really an option because of how hard it is to get your hands on that with only 10 durability on pickaxes. So we didn't really have the time to go and get a ton of Molten bows. And then Space Gun, I initially thought was going to be really good, but it was pretty underwhelming because, again, like, its damage stat isn't the highest. It really gets by because of its fast fire rate. But since durability is a thing in this mod, we only get 10 hits anyways. So it wasn't the most effective thing either. I should have just went in all in with star cannons. And then besides its defensive attributes, it's quite scary offensively too. So when this thing is near the end of the fight, it speeds up, it starts shooting more and more lasers, they do more damage, and things get scary. Combine that with the fact that I'm constantly worrying about our inventory management and making sure that I don't miss attacks. And yeah, it's safe to say that going for offensive reforges wouldn't really be an option here. That makes it even more important that we optimize all of our inventory slots. And unfortunately for us, our current loadout was not nearly optimized enough, and we barely even got this thing down to half health. We're gonna need a lot more meteorite for the star cannon, and we're gonna need some B-nades, I think. It's the only way we're gonna be able to do this. Maybe more, well, we know we have no more water bolts. But yeah, that's all the damage we can get with the star cannon, which isn't great. So I think I'm just gonna let it kill us. Okay, well that went about as terribly as I expected it to. So I buckled down and committed to crafting several more star cannons and defeating Queen Bee a few more times for more B-nades in hopes that it would be enough for the fight. And with that, we went in for round 2. Buff. Spawn it in. Okay. Oh no. Oh, damn. Okay, it's fine. Whatever. Not as optimal. Not optimal at all. I didn't bring normal arrows. That was dumb. Alright, so let's do this. And hopefully this works. Hopefully we get some good damage going. We'll see what does more out of all these. I don't know if that's the... Oh, that's a bad angle. Okay, those are all wasted. But we did get some good damage. About the same as before. To be honest. I'm gonna heal right now. Going a little close. Get a little bit of extra damage in. Good damage so far. I need to figure out a spot to use these B-nades. Slight issue there. I'm just gonna keep on running, actually. We're gonna use them here. No, don't fall down. Okay, I thought they were all gonna fall. Alright. Use a few. Oh no! What am I doing? I didn't wait. Okay. That means we're running, chat. That means we're running. Because I did not wait 14 seconds. I was being dumb. Alright. That's okay. That is fine. It's not going that fast. We'll have plenty of time. We have plenty of time. We can chill. We'll stay at full health. A little worried about the buffs, but looks like we still have enough for everything. Okay. Big damage there, though. Big damage. We still have a bunch of... Obviously, no more water bolts, but we do have a lot of star cannons to go. It might be close, but I think the B-nades will carry it over if I'm just doing everything right. I'll try and focus on hungry so that the B-nades can exclusively hit the boss. How much space left? It's the whole world. We got tons of space. We got tons of space. We can wait. All right. It's about to end. We do have a lot more. Now that we have buildings, this will be a good spot to use these, I think. Pretty sure. Like, right here will be perfect. Hopefully the timing works. I'm gonna kill some of these guys. Actually, I won't worry about it. Okay. Let's use all of these. And let's run. And next. thing. Okay. I'll use one of those. I think that hit. I'm not sure, though. Okay, going much better this time around. Way past what we were at before. We'll use these. And I'll try and... Oh, the platform. Forgot. Oh, that was dumb. Ale tosser. Oh, I didn't bring ale. The throw. The absolute throw. Big misplay there. All right, I just have to check these. Okay, there we go. A little bit more star cannon damage there. And we're on the next bar. Okay, rebuff. Okay, we gotta look for... Oh, this looks good. It looks very good. All right. Okay, we should have this. We do have plenty of star cannons left. It's over that threshold. Oh. That was a misplay. How much time we got left? Okay, we got some time. I can wait. That was bad, but that's fine. We can wait. Let's just focus on hungry. We can tank. This is okay. I think we should just switch to the next one. I think. Because it's going pretty fast. So yes, let me do this. And we have to hit the top one, always. Always hit the top one. Alright, I'm gonna wait. And let's do it. Let's end it. Come on. Oh, I missed. Boom. Okay. God, okay. We did it. Barely. That was a misplay. I accidentally threw a bunch of B-nades, so we can't throw anything right now. So that was actually really close. What a weird boss fight. I only had 2 shots to spare there at the end of the fight, so we could have easily failed that since I had no way throwing the B-nades because of the throwing sickness. For those of you that have made it to the end, I appreciate it. And yeah, if you're enjoying the stuff, then feel free to subscribe. I've got a ton more challenge videos coming, including part 2 of this one. It's probably going to take a little while, so yeah, if you want to watch it live, then you can head on over to my Twitch channel. The link is in the description. Would be happy to see you all there. But yeah, with all that being said, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next one.